Arguably, the three most exemplary physiques in the history of modern bodybuilding have manifested during decades, concluding with the digit 3. In the year 1993, the modern era of bodybuilding, also known as the Mass Monsters era, commenced when Dorian Yates exhibited an unparalleled physique displaying an unprecedented level of lean muscle mass on a bodybuilding stage. Despite being the inaugural Mass Monster Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates' physique from this year remains arguably the most dominant in the history of this sport. It was the second consecutive time that Dorian had claimed the ultimate prize in bodybuilding that year. By the year 2003, Ronnie Coleman had already secured 5 Mr. Olympia titles. However, in that year, he demonstrated a level of dominance that even Dorian Yates might have not envisioned, thereby raising the size game to an entirely new level. In essence, 2003 Ronnie Coleman is deemed by both enthusiasts and rivals as the unrivaled, most impregnable physique in the history of this sport. In 2013, the apex of bodybuilding hierarchy was held by Heath, who had already won the Mr. Olympia twice and was contending for his third consecutive victory, and oh boy, did he deliver. Phil exhibited the same level of conditioning as he had in the previous years, but with improved volume and thickness, which prompted the judges to send him back in line during prejudging comparisons, as he had already established himself as the clear frontrunner. Firstly, it is imperative to consider the reigning Mr. Olympia champion Hadi Choopan in the context of the power of 3 theory. Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman and Heath were all the title holders during their respective power of 3 years, and as such, Hadi Choopan appears to be the logical candidate to fulfill this trend. While it is possible that Hadi Choopan could develop a generational defining physique in 2023, I am hesitant to endorse him as the front-runner for this title. Although he may win the Olympia, I respectfully opine that he may not possess the same potential to compete alongside the all-time greats. Consequently, if Hadi Choopan does win the title, the power of 3 theory may come to a conclusion. Nevertheless, I hope Hadi proves me incorrect, as he has done already before. In addition to Hadi Choopan, Big Ramy is also a significant contender to consider for the 2023 Mr. Olympia title. As a former 2-time Mr. Olympia winner, he has already proven his worth as a bodybuilding champion. Furthermore, just like Ronnie Coleman in 2003, after the 2002 GNC show Threatened Disappointment, Big Ramy has the potential to shock everyone with a phenomenal physique in 2023, after disappointing placings in the last 2 shows. I'm putting Ramy on a short list for the moment until we discuss the other contenders. Moving on to another potential contender, we have the 2019 Mr. Olympia champion Brandon Curry. Brandon's case is intriguing since he possesses the potential to compete alongside the greatest bodybuilders of all time. His upper body is already at the level of Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman and Heath in my view. Additionally, he has a complete back similar to the other 3 champions. Therefore, Brandon Curry is undoubtedly a top candidate for the 2023 Mr. Olympia title, but his lower body is too much of a weakness for him, and I don't see him improving in 1 year what he couldn't do in 10. So ultimately, I don't see him as a candidate to continue the power of 3 legacy. Another noteworthy contender is Derek Lunsford, the 2022 Mr. Olympia runner-up and the 2021 212 Mr. Olympia winner. Derek possesses a unique silhouette that reminds me of Brian Buchanan and has consistently impressive conditioning. He also has a great back and is relatively young, which gives him a bright future in bodybuilding. As such, I am adding Derek to the short list of potential contenders for the Power of 3 legacy. Another potential candidate for the 2023 Mr. Olympia title is Nick Walker, the third place finisher in the most recent contest. Nick is considered a favorite at this point since he possesses several impressive qualities, such as a massive and dry physique, arguably the best back in the world today, and overall completeness. However, he does have a significant flaw in his blocky midsection. Despite this, Nick undoubtedly deserves a place on the short list of potential contenders that we will be discussing later. Another athlete to consider is Samson Dauda, who defeated Nick Walker at the 2023 Arnold Classic. Given his victory over a formidable competitor like Walker, some consider Dauda the favorite to win the Mr. Olympia title this year. Samson has shown significant potential and has the potential to make history in 2023 if he can add more mass, improve his back thickness and condition. Therefore, he undoubtedly deserves a place on the short list of potential contenders. Continuing to list potential contenders for the Power of 3 contenders list is tempting, but it is necessary to end the discussion here. It is in my belief that Andrew G.O.A.T has the potential to outperform all the before mentioned competitors. However, in my personal opinion, G.O.A.T requires additional time to achieve his optimal physical condition. If this was about the Power of 4 maybe, he may be in the running for that title. Another contender could be Michal Krizo. While he possesses a remarkable size, it is in my personal opinion that he too requires additional time to reach his full potential. In my final short list for the 2023 Mr. Olympia, I believe that one of these 4 guys can bring a generational defining physique. Big Ramy, Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker and Samson Dauda. While I would love to see Ramy bring his all-time best, I feel that it may be too late for him. Derek Lunsford, on the other hand, seems like a perfect fit, but his 212 status is a significant disadvantage. Therefore, I believe that the top 2 finishers at the 2023 Arnold Classic, Samson Dauda and Nick Walker, are the favorites to bring a legendary career-defining physique to the 2023 Mr. Olympia. In my opinion, Nick Walker is the ideal candidate, as he has the wow factor, a great back, excellent conditioning, impressive arms, and also a loyal fan base. He possesses the attributes and also the attitude as one of the all-time greats. And much like Jay Cutler, who is the only bodybuilder in the modern bodybuilding history comparable to Dorian, Ronnie and Phil, Nick Walker can also be one of the greats, in spite of his blocky physique. Although Samson Dauda is a strong contender, I believe he still has room for improvement, especially in terms of his back and overall conditioning. In conclusion, while this is ultimately a matter of personal opinion, I believe that Nick Walker has the potential to bring a legendary physique to the 2023 Mr. Olympia and therefore is my top pick for the Power of 3 legacy candidate this year. Let me know who you think has the best chance to continue the legacy of the Power of 3 in the comment section below. Also make sure you like this video and subscribe for more content like this.